Hi everyone. So I apologize. I'm actually filming this in my hallway, literally on my stairs, because it's the only place the light was good enough to make the quality okay. So I apologize for the weird location. I thought I'd do a little bit of a life update as I haven't really been on my YouTube for a while, but I think that's going to change. With the new Instagram algorithm, I found that on average, even though I have 250 odd thousand followers, which I'm so grateful for, but on average, on a picture or a video, generally about 2,000 of you engage with me on there, whether that's you like it or you comment. And so that's really what I feel like the driving force of the community that I feel is. And funnily enough, on my YouTube subscribers, there's around 2,000 of you. So I'm going to make an educated guess and presume that the 2,000 of you that join me on YouTube are probably the same 2,000 of you that chat with me regularly on Instagram. And so I'm going to try and actually devote a little bit more time to you guys on YouTube, so that you can find out a little bit more about me. And also, I'm finding it super hard to blog right now just because I don't have the time. I'm not like a super quick typer, and I make loads and loads of spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, and I just don't have time to like put together a really good piece of writing for you guys. It takes me days to do it, and quite at the moment with toddlers and pre-teenagers and weddings and various other things, finding it really tough to find time to blog. That doesn't mean I don't have loads of things I want to tell you guys about and update you on and chat with you about. So I'm hoping, I know I say this all the time, but I'm hoping to devote a bit more time to you guys on here, because I genuinely believe that you are my core girls, and that I should be able to give you all the info, and I should be able to give you what you want from me, because it's so hard to do on Instagram now, and especially with the algorithm. So I figure maybe it's time to devote a bit more time to my fledgling YouTube channel and really get to grips with it. Let's see. So, okay, I guess the first update I should do is a fitness one. As most of you know, I started a fitness journey, for lack of a better term, I don't know what else you can call it, about 2.5 years ago, after I had Maddie. And I started that with Kayla Itzine's BBG guide, and to be fair, I had huge success with this program. I really felt part of a great community. Most of you I know from that same community, and I loved it, and I still have nothing bad to say about that program and what it did for my body. I know a lot of you will notice that I've taken a break from BBG. It's been a really long time. I did it for well over 2 years, and I just fancied a change. And a lot of you, or some people, have commented that, oh, I see you're done with BBG now, and that's so not the case. The case is I did it for over 2 years. I'm really happy with where my body is at. I'm not looking to drop any more weight. I'm not really looking to get much bigger. I'm just sort of trying to see and explore what I can do at home that's exciting and that doesn't make working out too much of a chore. So I just really fancied a change. I had hoped when the Sweat app, they had a big revamp, and basically they got even more two more trainers, one who does yoga and one who does, like, at the moment put on like a postpartum get back into sort of fitness workout program. I'd hoped when they did this big revamp, and they told us for ages they was coming, and I was so excited. I was hanging on thinking, yes, there's gonna be something new to do. I really fancy a new challenge. And I was, unfortunately, as someone who works out at home, the new thing that came out that was suitable for me was BBG Stronger, but I did try to convert it to be able to do it at home, but it just sort of felt more just like doing regular BBG the more I did it. And I wasn't 100% sure, without video instruction and things like that I was doing it right, and it just wasn't for me. despite my best efforts. I still have my Sweat app, but until I'm definitely taking a break, just until I see what new things are coming. They keep saying that new things are going to come all the time. I'm sure they are. The content available on there is amazing. It's great value. And I'm sure at some point, someone is going to go on that Sweat app and put out a home weight training workout program that will totally thrill me, and I'll want to give it a go. Until that happens, I have signed up. It's not a free or affiliate thing or a collaboration of any kind. I signed up and I pay for the Alexia Clark subscription, and with that subscription you get you can do a gym-based program or you can do a home-based program. So I'm doing that, and it is the closest thing I found to weight strength training at home, and I love it. It's really exciting. So you guys often message me and say, do I recommend it? In terms of the quality of the workouts, absolutely 100 million % yes. They are really, really good workouts to do, really suitable for home. All you need is dumbbells and like some resistance bands. That's it. And it's a really, really great program where you move your body in really unusual ways. Loads and loads of compound exercises, loads of things I've never seen before. So in terms of stimulating, it's really, really good. I do have a little personal problem with the price, just because as a stay-at-home mum, the whole reason I work out at home is for convenience and to save money, you know, on gym memberships, just because mainly I end up, you know, starting these gym memberships and spending all this money, and then it all falls by the wayside because it's so inconvenient and with kids that I just end up wasting loads of money. So the idea is just to keep the cost super low, keep it super convenient. So convenient this is. Cost-wise, it's $30 every single month, and I would think that was worth it based on the quality of the workouts that you get. But you don't get to keep the workouts in like a library, which is my only issue with the program. I wish that once you subscribed, you always had access to every workout you've ever done, and that when you unsubscribe, you lose that access to it. This program just gives you access to 5 workouts at any one time. So it rolls over, and as they add in a new workout, one disappears that you've done from the previous week. I hope that makes sense. So basically you only ever have access to 5 workouts at a time. Which is fine. I just kind of think like, well, I've paid to subscribe. I wish I had the library there, because sometimes if I want to do like a 6-day or a 6 workout that week, I'd like to maybe go back and try one of my favorite workouts or one of the workouts that I struggled with. But I'm not going to be too picky because I do love it. I just think it's a lot of money for a home workout program, because you can find gym memberships a lot cheaper than that, but then I guess you'd still need the workouts to do anyway. So you just have to work out how you feel about it. It sort of pushes my stay-at-home mum budget right to its max. I mean, I don't buy like glossy magazines. I would say I don't get my nails done, but I do treat myself to my eyelashes. I don't get my hair done, as you can see. So my workout programs, and if I need resistance bands or anything, that's my like treat, if you saw, my thing for me. I also don't very often I don't go for like a daily Starbucks or anything. So my personal budget of something that I can spend money on with guilt-free is my fitness stuff, and this definitely, you know, pushes that to its limit at $30 a month. I think in UK it's about £24-25 a month. And yeah, it is good though. I do really like it. Anyway, that was way longer than I thought that bit was going to be. But I still attribute everything that my body went through to BBG. It's definitely what transformed my body. I couldn't actually tell you if Alexia Clark's would have stripped all that fat off my body. BBG did that, and I won't take anything away from it. It's great for results, especially for fat loss and things. So I still very much consider myself as a BBG girl, in the sense that that is what I found great success with. Okay, wedding update. So mine and James's wedding is officially booked. You can see the save the date. Oh, this is a fridge magnet, by the way. My friend, I was umming and ahhing about whether to save the dates out, just because it just seemed like a bit of a silly expense when you can just send a text or an email. But she said, oh no, I'm really looking forward to having something to put on my fridge. She said when she did her save the dates, they did fridge magnets so that people could just stick them on the fridge straight away. So that's what we did. It's a fridge magnet and I love it. And it was from Vistaprint, which some of you girls recommended to me to look for really reasonable save the dates, and I found it and I love it. And it's happening on the 16th of March next year, so it's not far away. It's about 5 and a bit months away, so I'm excited. Have found planning a second wedding mentally challenging, not physically challenging, just mentally challenging, just because people want to say to you all the time, oh, go on, it's, you know, you'll only experience this once in your life, or this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And it's like, it should be a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm having a do-over and it doesn't make me feel great. And I'm trying to not let my insecurities about it being a second time wedding affect my experience of it with James. To be truthful, we've never bickered more than we have since wedding planning. But now that the main things are booked, everything seems to be going really smoothly. I had originally said to all of you, I want a really simple, low cost wedding, because we're saving our money to try and renovate our house next year. Well, I won't say it's a low cost wedding. There's loads and loads of things that we scrapped, that we said, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. Like no guest books, no favours, no major venue decoration. However, turns out those are not actually the really expensive things, and the really expensive things are the venue hire and the food and all the things that we're actually not really willing to compromise on. So we did end up paying a lot of money for a beautiful venue, but it's a venue that allows us to have the type of wedding we want. So I don't have to conform to any hotel menus or extortionate drinks prices. We can bring in all our own booze, we can bring in our own caterers and do our own food. And there we've actually managed to make a big saving, because obviously we can buy our own booze. They do have a cash bar for the evening, which is really helpful for us cost-wise, because we don't have to bring in all the spirits. But it's really nice because it's more like local bar prices rather than hotel bar prices, which is £9 for a glass of Prosecco. So it will mean that my wedding, pretty much everyone gets about 2 bottles of Prosecco each, and there'll be lots and lots of really nice food. So I'm really excited about food. We decided to do all our favourite foods, rather than typical wedding food, where you have a nice sort of steak dinner or something. We are doing all our favourite foods. So obviously, the most important food to me is cake. So that will be the very first thing everyone gets to eat. We're literally getting married, and you come out of the ceremony and you get a glass of Prosecco, or a bottle, whichever you want, and a cake. So I'm not having a wedding cake, I'm having a lot of cupcakes so that everyone can have more than one if they want, because I know I will need to, at least. And it's the thing I'm looking forward to the most is being able to get married, say I do, and go straight out and celebrate with a cupcake and a glass of fizz. So during that time as well, there's going to be canapes, and canapes are going to be done mini afternoon tea, which is so exciting. I can't wait. Mini burger sliders for the men. I say the men, but the girls can eat that too. And mini brioche bun sandwiches, fruit kebabs, all that kind of thing. So cute. Sorry, Madsy. You don't like YouTube? I'm recording a video. You want to come and say hi? No. Oh, sorry. Then the wedding breakfast is actually going to be posh barbecue food, because that's James's favourite food. So prawn and chorizo skewers and steak and ribs and all those kind of things, and it's all going to be served like family style to the tables. We just opted for a really simple cheesecake for dessert because that's my favourite pudding when we eat out. I don't like any goop on the top, no like coulis or, you know, like fruity blobby stuff. No, just a nice New York vanilla cheesecake with a really, really thick crust, you know, like the biscuity base. What else? Got my dress, got my shoes, went way over budget on the dress, but it called to me. It's really romantic. I can't wait to wear it. I actually saw it on Instagram. Never in a million years thought it would look any good on me. I travelled all the way to London just to go and try it because there was literally 2 stores in the whole of the UK that had a sample of this dress. Travelled to London to go and try it on, and turned out it was my dress all along. So I love that, and thanks to Instagram. There's another reason why Instagram is wonderful. So saw my wedding dress on there. What else is on there? I haven't done anything with stationery yet. We've ordered our wedding rings. I'm so excited about that. More diamonds, but little tiny ones. Honeymoon we haven't booked yet. I know I've been umming and ahhing on Instagram, like where should I go, where should I go? But I actually think we're gonna forego a traditional, sorry, can you hear Maddie? Traditional like tropical Maldives type honeymoon, and actually have a little bit more of an active honeymoon because James has had a couple of skin cancer scares in this last couple of years. Touch wood, everything was all fine, but it did make us realise that maybe we don't want to be on 9 days where all you can do is lay out in the sun. I think we want to have other things to do as well. So I think that's it for wedding stuff. Oh, and my the bridesmaids, they haven't all sorted out the dresses because I said they can just pick a dress that they love. So it's like a fairly neutral-ish colour to just have free reign. Here's like, you all get like a budget each and just pick a dress you love. So there won't be any like uniformity to the bridesmaid dresses, but I love that. I think they are such individual girls that they should just feel amazing in a dress that they would normally pick for themselves. So life in general. So I crashed my car. That's been probably the most horrendous thing this year. Everyone was fine. Maddie was in the car with me, and touch wood, well, I'm so grateful. She was absolutely fine. It wasn't a horrendous crash. Like no airbags went off or anything, but I was personally responsible for it, and I did cause 2 other people to damage their cars, and it felt horrendous about it. Honestly, I had sleepless nights. I just felt so stupid. I felt so like I could have hurt people. I've never been through anything like it, like the remorse that I felt, and you know, I was dreaded telling James, but James was super sweet about it. He said, I don't care, I'm just glad you're all okay. And obviously I'm going through the insurance process now to put it all right, but it's like the first time I've caused like a 3-car pile-up, and I still now just want to cry my eyes out about it, just because I can't believe they have it. If you asked me how it happened, I couldn't even tell you. Just did not see what I was driving into, and that's really scary, and it's really made me had to sort of take a good like long look at myself and how much I'm paying attention, and am I drifting off into like la la land, or like James always says I live in a cloud, and it really made me feel, I feel emotional now. It really made me feel like I need to be better at stuff, driving included. Like, it's not a nice place to be in. But like I said, everyone was fine, and I've got to be really, really grateful for that. But I am without a car, and just hoping, you know, it all gets taken care of. Charlie. I also touched recently on my Instagram that my son has been going through a tough time in school. He's 12 years old, he's in year 8, and it's just, I see so much of myself in him. And you know, when they're having a tough time and they're really struggling to have a core group of friends, like I just feel like he's on the periphery of friendship groups, so he can be invited into them and he can be kicked out of them just as quick. And it makes me feel really guilty, because as I am very much like that, I am always on the periphery of friendship groups, and no one does that to me. I do it to myself, and I isolate myself because of probably a feeling insecure, and probably, I don't know, just like there's a group, like even now we have groups of friends, and to me, I will see it that they're a group of friends and they just know me, and they'll hang out with me as and when. And if I was a person who was more confident or made more of an effort, I would probably always say that I was part of that group of friends, but I just don't see it like that. And I really put obstacles in my own way. And I have found making proper friends, apart from this, like 3 girls in my life who literally accept all the terrible flaws, because I'm not a great friend, in the sense I'm terrible at text messaging, and everyone these days is friends by text messaging, and I really struggle with it just because I'm on my phone enough. Like, I just want to get rid of my phone when I'm not doing social media and stuff. So like, they could text me and it might be days before I answer them back. And my 3 girl best friends, who are my bridesmaids, they, as much as I know I annoy them, they understand that is kind of just one of my flaws, and I do try and be better, and I'm sure they would love me to change, but they don't ask it of me. But I find that with other groups of friends where maybe it's not such sort of lifelong friendships, because I think I know I'm a crap friend, I put that barrier there before anyone can, I don't know, realise. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I see so much of my own flaws about friendship groups and the way that it's always been for me, and the mental barrier I put up. I see so much of that in Charlie, and it makes me feel guilty, like I've imparted that on him somehow, that he's got that from me, and that he's having all this trouble in school because of my hang-ups and my issues. Did not think this was going to be an emotional life update, but apparently it is. So I just hope he finds his just 3 or 4 real good friends. But I didn't find mine until after school, so who knows? It's hard, isn't it, being a parent? And it's really hard when you see yourself so much in your kids and you just think, I have done that to you, and you're having a shit time and it's my fault. Anyway, but he's okay, and he's off for like a school excursion for most of the week this week, where they get to do all like outdoor pursuits and things, and he's he's in a room with sort of nice group of boys, so fingers crossed he has a good time. Maddie is out of nappies. She's been such a good girl. Once she got it, which took a while, but once she got it, touch wood, like that was it. There's been no accidents. She went dry in the night as quick as she went dry in the day, so she's just been amazing. She also, if you watch my Instagram stories regularly, you will know that she is addicted, absolutely addicted to, we call them ninnies, well, she calls them ninnies, but pacifiers or dummies or whatever you want to call them. It got so bad that she was not only just having one in her mouth all the time, she needed one in each hand. And it got to the point where she was screaming at me if she didn't have one in her mouth and one in each hand. So she could have 2, and she'd scream at me for that 3rd one. And then I was just like, no way, absolutely not. And that was the day I said to James, she's not having them in the day at all. We've got to get rid of them. So she does have them to go to sleep. Just because I think she's been through a lot of change with going into a bed out of nappies and no pacifier in the day. So she does have them for a sleep time, but we did 3 horrendous days of telling her she couldn't have them in the day, and obviously it took her a little while to get used to it. But now she wakes up, she puts the dummy in the drawer, she says bye-bye Ninny, and then we spend all day without it, and then she goes, when I tell her it's bedtime, she goes, yeah, I get to choose a ninny, and then she chooses the dummy she wants to sleep. So she's being such a big girl. I'm so proud of her. It's just been like milestone after milestone, like I feel this last couple of months, and I couldn't be prouder of her. She's doing such a great job, and she's so much fun to be around, but she's also an enormous shouter, constantly telling me no, I don't like it, no, don't want to do this. I'm just like, you need to calm down. So, but I haven't worked out any way whatsoever to stop that happening. So if you have any ideas, let me know, because I cannot get her to talk nicely at all. It's all, no, I don't want to. So, but I'm sure we'll get there. What else? Let me have a look at my list. I think that's it. That's it. In terms of Instagram, obviously there's been, with the algorithm, there's been a lot of changes for a lot of people on Instagram. I will admit, my account, it grew very, very quickly, and with the change in the algorithm now, it doesn't really grow, which I'm more than okay with. I'm so fortunate to have this huge platform that I never thought I would have, and I'm grateful for all of you that follow along with it. If it never grows another person again, that's more than okay with me. And I know a lot of you worry about how slow things are to grow on Instagram now. I know there's a lot of you that would love to create a little something for yourselves at home, or to be bloggers, or to build a social media presence. And what I will say is, don't let the algorithm put you off. The way I feel, and I know I'm fortunate because I've already got that that platform and I'm able to make a living from it, and it's easy for me to say, but I've spent a lot of time over the last, I would say, 6 to 8 months looking at what my account was before the algorithm changed, looking at what the engagement was like, how it's dropped off, how little people see my posts now, and things like that. But what I will say, it's done for me in a positive way. It's just made me free from what was popular on my page. When my account was growing rapidly, the things that were popular on my page were transformation pictures and basically pictures of my abs, if they wanted to show that day. Now, that's great, and they used to get lots and lots of likes and lots of comments, and I used to get lots of followers from it. But truthfully, it's a bit boring just posting transformation pictures and pictures of your abs every day. That isn't really who I am at all. And prior to having this Instagram, I never used to even take a selfie of myself, let alone one of my body. So I appreciate that that's the roots, and I should be proud, and I am very proud of the roots of my Instagram. But the algorithm being the way that it is now, and really not caring about, put it this way, my transformation pictures don't get any more likes than any other picture. It's, and it definitely doesn't get me a burst of followers or anything like that. So it's just made everything I want to post equal, like pretty much level pegging. Like, it doesn't matter to me now. I feel free, like I can just post whatever I want, because it's reminded me it's my page and it's to represent who I am as a whole person. So that means more pictures of me and Maddie, because let's face it, that our days are spent together every single day. If it's, stuff going on with Charlie, or if it's fitness, which I hope it always is. I hope fitness is always at the core of it and that it stays in my life forever. But I'm going to be 37. I would love to think that my Instagram's going to stick around over the next few years as I approach 40. But if it does, I don't want the pressure of abs and it being solely about transformations. Like, I don't think my body's got that much more of a transformation to go into, and I'm certainly not that kind of dedicated person that I want to, push at, really commit to eating a certain way and training a certain way in order to get more transformations out of my body. I want to go into my 40s, not with my best body, but with my best life, like, yeah, look, I look good. I'm, feeling quite sort of youngish for my age. I've got a lovely family life, and we're renovating the house, and we've just got married, and, you know, that's what I want from my 40s. You know, I spent my 20s and my 30s rearing children. 40s is going to be about me, and I'm certainly not going to waste my 40s being worried about what my body looks like, and am I going to keep up with what it looked like in my 30s? Am I going to still make progress? So I'm kind of really grateful to the algorithm for forcing me or allowing me to see that I can actually use my Instagram for other things than just transformation pictures and pictures of my abs, because that's one whole lot of pressure. And you know, if you see me get a bit fatter or less defined over the next 3 years, there's nothing wrong. Like, nothing has stopped working. That's just, you know, me saying, actually, you know, I'm getting older and some things will be important at some points. Like, it's quite important right now because I'm getting married, but you know, if I loosen the reins, I loosen the reins, and if I don't. And I think being able to talk about other things on Instagram now and show more of my family life, and I won't say what I'm doing because I'm never doing anything exciting, but yeah, so I hope you all want to stick around with that, but definitely I found the algorithm change to sort of to free me and allow me to just talk about what's important to me and not do things for likes and for followers. And you know, because I think when that is a driving force on your page, it's very difficult to step away from that, whereas now it really doesn't matter and I can just post what I want. And now I'm trying to do a bit more with you guys on YouTube. I think that's going to be even more exciting because this has nothing to do with Instagram or algorithms. This is just me being able to hopefully quickly, this is 30 minutes already though, so I don't think it's that quick, share some stuff with you where I don't have to edit my spelling or look at whether I've done the right grammar. I can just press record, upload it, and hopefully it's a chat worth watching. I would love, there's loads of things I would like to share here with you guys. I'm a bit nervous too because I'm not sure if it's what you want to see or not, but you know, just want to be able to do a proper wedding update, which I have asked James if he'll do with me, but he sort of just laughed at me. You know, he's like the least social media person ever. I'd like to be able to share more of our holidays and definitely like just take you around the house with me so you can feel a bit more involved in day-to-day life. And so yeah, so if there's anything, if there is, oh, also life update, and I didn't even tell you, there are some new accounts that are really nothing to do with trying to build a presence, but more just about community for stay-at-home mums. I'm a terrible, terrible housewife. I struggle so badly with housework. So I did set up an account called The Bad Housewife. It's not my face or things on there. It might be occasionally, but mainly it's just taking you around my home, having you guys motivate me, just knowing you're there to clean my house a bit better and to tidy and try and be more organised. Certainly with crashing my car, I realised that there are a lot of things I can do to improve myself, to not be in such a rush, to not be so distracted all the time. So this is a way I'm trying to help myself, just because I find it so useful with fitness to do it that way, you know, before and afters, and use how addictive Instagram can be of uploading like, yeah, I've tidied, and yes, baby, you got your princesses. And similarly, Maddie has her own Instagram account, Actively Maddie, just because it's just such a nice record for me to have a place where I can post all her silly videos and things. You guys normally love to see them on Instagram stories, so it's just a more permanent place for me to put them. So do feel free to follow along there. I'm hopefully going to do one for Charlie as well. It's slightly trickier. He's older. Oh, say hi to everyone. Hi. He's a slightly older, so he'd like a bit more control of it, and I'm just not willing to give him a public Instagram account, so we're negotiating. But yeah, please let me know what you'd like us to see from us, huh? And hopefully we will record some more videos. Video. You like doing videos, don't you? Yeah. I think everyone will have missed you. Hmm? Yeah. Right, have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It would mean the world to me and the world to Moo. And see you soon. Bye.